Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Stephanie Goetz, also known as Jet Girl Stephanie. Welcome to my channel. I'm absolutely thrilled and honored that you are here. I'm an ATP-rated pilot with 5 jet type ratings. I have a tailwheel endorsement, so I love flying everything from piston aircraft all the way up to very large aircraft that can fly all over the world. I fly for fun, but I'm also a professional pilot, and I've been very fortunate to work at some exceptional charter companies in the United States, including the world's largest private jet company. I absolutely loved my time there and gained so much experience to make me a better pilot in the general aviation realm. And can't wait to have you along for the ride. I am particularly excited to bring you along on this flight. So I'm flying from Las Vegas to LA to pick up one of my dearest girlfriends from college. We're gonna take a few girlfriends up to Las Vegas for a girls' weekend for her birthday, and I get to treat these beautiful, amazing women to a private jet ride in the Citation V, the 560. It's very similar to the Citation Ultra, and it's single pilot operation, so you will see what that's like. All right, here we go. Cabin door secure, O2 both and full. Oh, oxygen's looking good. Switches and breakers. Generators on. Standby gyro test. And on. Anti-skid on. Throttles off. Landing gear down. Windshield bleed air valves are off and closed. Ground idle is in norm. Battery 24 volt. Parking brake. I already set that, but double check. Rotary test. All right. We're looking for fire warning lights will come on. Gearborne. Stick shaker, thruster reversers, all of that comes on. With overspeed, anti-skid, the windshield temp, and that comes on. Appropriate switches, overspeed, anti-skid, all enunciators are working. That is a good rotary test. Engine instruments, no flags. Fuel quantity, checked, set, and correct. Beacon on. All right, here we go. We're gonna start right engine because there's a little more fuel in that side. Here we go. All right, we're gonna wait till about 9 to 11 or 12% on our N2 until we introduce fuel. There we are. We'll always make sure that we keep our hand on the throttle when we're starting the engine, because we need to be looking at the ITT, the temperatures of the engine, to make sure that they don't go into yellow or red. If they get anywhere near that, then you go to cutoff and fuel cutoff. Right now, our engine start is looking great, only up to about 350. These engines do run nice and cool, which is great. All right, that's a great start and complete. We'll go into ground idle high, and then I'll wait till my amps come down to 100. All right, here we go, starting engine 2, clear. Here we go, we got the right percentage on N2 and 1 coming up. ITT is rising nicely and not too much.
Clearance, Citation 555 Echo Hotel, looking for clearance to Burbank.
Citation 555 Echo Hotel, North Las Vegas clearance. You are cleared to Bravo Uniform Romeo Airport via Northtown 5 departure. Perfect. Las Vegas 4 tax, then as filed. Climb via SID. Expect flight level 260, 2 minutes after departure. Las Vegas departure frequency 125.9er. Squawk 4612.
Citation 555 Echo Hotel, clear to the Kilo Bravo Uniform Romeo Airport via the Northtown 5, Las Vegas 4 tax, then as filed. Climb via the SID, expect 260, 2 minutes after departure, 125.9er and 4612 on the squawk. Citation 5 Echo Hotel.
Citation 5 Echo Hotel, readback is correct. Verify information, Lima.
We have Lima, 5 Echo Hotel.
Citation 5 Echo Hotel, Roger. You can contact ground when you're ready to taxi.
Copy.
Roger. 548 Lima Alpha.
Ground, Citation 555 Echo Hotel. We have information, Lima at Skid Row, looking to taxi.
Station 55 Echo Hotel, North Las Vegas, ground, Roger. You're coming out of the north side of Skid Row or the south side of Skid Row?
The north side of Skid Row, just a little bit south of Taxiway Hotel, 5 Echo Hotel.
Citation 5 Echo Hotel, roger, advise when holding short of hotel.
Roger that, 5 Echo Hotel.
All right, clear right,
North Las Vegas
clear
ground.
left.
Citation 555 Echo Hotel. Holding short of hotel.
Citation 55 Echo Hotel, North Las Vegas ground, runway 30 left, taxi via Hotel Bravo Kilo.
Runway 30 left, taxi via Hotel Bravo Kilo. Citation 5 Echo Hotel.
All right, here we go. Clear up,
We've
clear left.
Leave your
All right,
fine there.
brakes checked, thrust reversers. We're going to do a check here. It shows they are deployed, but in case we need them to go to an emergency position, we hit EMIR, they go to arm, perfect. Put the paddles back down, go to norm, and that's a good check. All right, let's go to our speed brakes. Those are extended, and we're going to do 2 checks. They retracted with pushing up power above a certain
RP 01 to see,
percentage.
still my frequency.
And then
Upper.
also with
We're not
the
pulling the
switch as
airport
well.
up.
All right, our takeoff power is set in the window. Toga is set, so we have our flight director in the right position. And then pressurization is in norm. That's all looking good. Engine instruments are clear, and our pitot heat, landing lights, ignition, all that needs to go before takeoff. All set.
Citation 5 Echo Hotel, runway 30 left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 30 left, clear for takeoff. Citation 5 Echo Hotel.
Contact
set.
at Los.
V1, rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. FRA, flaps up.
Citation 5 Echo Hotel, contact Las Vegas departure.
Go to departure. Good day, 5 Echo Hotel. Departure, Citation 5 Echo Hotel, leveling at 5,000 on North Las Vegas.
555 Echo Hotel, ident Las Vegas altimeter is 3007.
All right, with the flash, 007, 5 Echo Hotel.
5 Echo Hotel, radar contact 3 miles west North Las Vegas, climb maintain, flight level 190.
Climb maintain 190, 5 Echo Hotel.
190.
4500 on the radar.
Climb. 190 set and scene. Flaps, landing light, ignition are up and off. And takeoff check is complete. Alright,
United
nav mode
354, climb
selected.
maintain, flight level 190.
Now nav scoreboard.
Southwest 3422.
But every time you change a mode in the aircraft,
have a good day.
whether it's heading mode, I'll
I'll
select into nav mode to get the GPS. I always make sure that I say it there, but then also look at what we call the scoreboard. And that is on the flight director and the attitude indicator on here, showing what, once you hit the button and the switch, actually in the aircraft, is it saying and actually doing that in the system? And yep, you're confirming that it is. All right, here we are up in cruise. They've kept us kind of low, 22,000 feet. All things considered, for a jet, we usually can go up to 43 or even 45,000 feet. So at 22, which is just fine. It's a beautiful day, it's a warm day, and it's smooth skies, so I always like that. The weather in Burbank is very nice. It was a little bit cloudy earlier, overcast, and even broken at about 600 feet, which is quite low. That's definitely IFR conditions. But the good thing is, it's clearing up now. That's what usually happens on the coast. You get that little layer of clouds that comes in and it burns off by mid-morning or early afternoon. And that's what's happening here. So thankfully by the time we get there, it should be clear. There might be some clouds, and if so, that's fine. I'm instrument rated, so we'll be able to go through that. But it's looking like it'll just be a little bit of visibility that's a little bit less than normal, but nothing I can't handle. So yeah, it's a great flight, and so far very good. All right, so officially our 180 checklist. Descending in is altimeter set, so 3015, 3015, 3015, set for 8 times.
3012.
And if we want, we can turn back on the air conditioning, which probably will. This aircraft actually has a very good air conditioner. You just have to kind of get used to it, figure it out. And in airplanes, one part's always a little colder, one part's a little warmer. It is what it is, but you're fortunate to fly an airplane, so I'll take it. All right, so we are going to be doing the ILS runway 8 into Burbank, and I'm just going to go over the plate here to brief it, make sure that we have everything correct, and so I know that I'm ready as we come inbound. So I've done this approach many times before, but I always like to look at every approach as a brand new approach, like I'm seeing it for the first time, and also say, what may I have missed on there that I didn't see last time? And so it's always good to double, triple check. And a lot of times you see the same thing that you did, you make sure and you do get everything, but it's always good just in case to never get complacent. So the localizer here is 109.5. 109.5 is set. Our final approach course is going to be 079. Buddy is the final approach fix. That's where we'll catch the glide slope, but maybe a little bit before that. It's at 2753. Our decision altitude is 1075. That is in our minimums. And if we needed to go missed, it's climbing to 1300, then climbing right turn to 4600 on a heading of 210 and inbound on the VTU VOR radial 86 to VTU VOR and hold. So that's all in the GPS and set, and if we needed to go missed, we would be able to do that. Right now we have about 4-mile visibility and sky clear, so we should be able to get in just fine. Other things that I'm looking in here, missed approach requires a minimum climb gradient of 340 nautical miles up to 2520. We can make that climb gradient easily. All the rest of the notes in here that I'm looking at don't pertain or we're good. As we land here, it's going to be a left turnoff. We're going to be going into the newly named Hollywood Burbank Jet Center. It used to be Millionaire, and I always love going in there. They're the nicest people. They're so helpful. Their service is phenomenal. When you fly into a lot of different airports all over the world, you get very, very, very grateful when the ground crew is just quick. They are overly service oriented. It makes you feel good, and the whole experience is great. So I always appreciate going to those FBOs. All right, we're coming up on 14,000. We'll easily make that before Copal.
5 Echo Hotel, contact Joshua approach 124.55.
2455, 5 Echo Hotel, good day.
Yep.
All right, 15 for 14, so 1,000 to go.
Approach, good morning, 555 Echo Hotel. Information X-ray at Burbank, 14,000.
555 Echo Hotel, Joshua approach, welcome, Palm altimeter 3015. Descend and maintain 13,000, clear direct Janny.
Descend and maintain 13,000 direct Janny and 3015, 5 Echo Hotel.
All right, 13 set and seen. We're going to descend. That'll be about 1,500 foot per minute.
555 Echo Hotel, contact SoCal 134.2, safe flight.
34-2, thanks, good day, 5 Echo Hotel. Approach 555 Echo Hotel, 8,500, descending 8,000 at Janny. Information X-ray at Burbank.
555 Echo Hotel, approach Burbank, altimeter 3014. You can expect the ILS Zulu runway at approach.
All right, we'll expect the ILS Zulu runway 8 approach, 555 Echo Hotel.
Yeah, coming in here I can see why the visibility is what it is. You just have this little layer at about 6,000 feet that is very hazy over much of the valley here, so that shouldn't cause problems per se, but it definitely reduces the visibility a little bit. All right, so we're going to expect the ILS Zulu 8, that's what I briefed, and I am ready, but I will double check that again. We've got our ILS frequency in. We have the final approach fix of Buddy, mandatory 3,000 there, and be able to see the runway at about 4 miles out, maybe 3 miles at the very minimum. Should be good.
5 Echo Hotel, descend and maintain 6,000.
6,000, 555 Echo Hotel.
6,000 set, and see, and pull the power back a little bit. Altitude select, and descend down from 8,000 down to 6,000.
5 Echo Hotel, descend and maintain 5,000.
Descend and maintain 5,000, 5 Echo Hotel.
5,000 set, and in as we're coming down below this very, very thin cloud layer, almost like a fog, starting to get some bumps, and that's not surprising because we're coming underneath the clouds, and that typically is what happens, especially on warm days. You have the heating of the earth, and it almost gets trapped underneath the clouds, and it gets bumpy. So for us, if it's bumpy, in a max gross 16,500 pound jet. Gonna be bopping around the little guys quite a bit. So whenever I fly smaller aircraft, I'm like, oh my goodness. This is not always enjoyable when you're bumped around like that.
All right, looking for traffic, not in sight, 555 Echo Hotel.
All right, looks like there's someone out to at about our 11 o'clock, not in sight yet, but I have them on the scope here, so it's like they won't be a factor. They're right above us. Yeah, no factor. And now that we're down below that very thin layer, it's actually quite clear. A little bit of haze down by the airport, but relatively nice day.
Number 5 Echo Hotel, turn left heading 160.
Left 160, Citation 5 Echo Hotel.
All right, heading mode, left turn at 160. That is our signal that is going to be vectors, most likely onto the ILS. So what I'm going to do here is activate the vectors to final, and then we will go into nav mode, turn our inbound course to 079. And in these avionics, which are a little bit older, you have to do all of this manually. A lot of the newer airplanes that I fly, they don't have that, but I like this. Makes you be a better pilot. Gotta do that pilot stuff. I'm gonna start by putting in first notch of flaps. I always like to slow down coming to the airport, of course, as any pilot does, but with jets, you definitely want to slow down earlier, much, much earlier, because they're fast and it's harder to slow them down. So I always like to anticipate that and get that ready well outside the final approach fix. Two flaps in, we have for our approach checklist. Altimeters are set, radar altimeters are set.
Number 5 Echo Hotel, descend to maintain 4,000.
Descend to maintain 4,000, 555 Echo Hotel.
4,000 set.
November 79er Papa, contact Los Angeles Center, 1.
Left 110, maintain 3,000 till established, clear for the Isla Zulu 8 approach, 5 Echo Hotel.
Right, Grumman that checked in. So you're saying your call is not 9 or 1183?
Our signal that we are clear for the approach.
1183.
I can go to 3,000, but I have to maintain that until established. I hit approach, turn to 110, and the localizer is coming in, so course live. I see Loc up in the scoreboard, and we are at the altitude we need to be. Everything's coming along and coming in nicely. All right, before landing checklist. Landing lights will be on, ignitions on, pressurization is in 0 diff. Perfect.
Number 5 Echo Hotel, contact Burbank Tower 118.7.
18.7, good day, 5 Echo Hotel.
All right, 18.7.
Tower 555 Echo Hotel. Inbound the ILS Zulu, runway 8.
555 Echo Hotel, Burbank, tower, wind variable at 5, runway 8, clear to land.
Runway 8, clear to land, 555 Echo Hotel.
All right, clear to land. That's when I put the landing lights on. That's typically always how it goes. Gear is down, 3 green. All right, so our before land checklist is complete. Our ignitions and landing lights are on. 3 green, flaps full, and we're clear to land.
Citation 5 Echo Hotel, turn left on Alpha, contact ground.
Left on Alpha and contact ground, Citation 5 Echo Hotel. Ground Citation 555 Echo Hotel. Alpha and Alpha and going to Hollywood, FBO.
Number 555 Echo Hotel, Burbank ground, cross 2115 on Delta, taxi to Jet Center via Delta Bravo.
All right, cross runway 15 at Delta, Delta Bravo, Jet Center, 5 Echo Hotel.
All right, clear right, clear left, clear to cross. All right, our after landing checklist is thrust reversers stowed, speed brakes are also retracted, and then takeoff and approach flaps and pidots off. All right, shut down. AC defog fan is off. Oh, even though I'd love to keep it on. Standby gyro is off and caged. exterior lights are off. Avionics, throttles, parking brake are all coming off.
We are now fueling up because I will be grabbing the beautiful ladies to go back to Vegas and have a really great weekend, a girls' weekend, a birthday weekend for one of my girlfriends. So thanks so much for joining on this video. Got to catch the next one on our flight back. And of course, always like and subscribe because then you get to see more content, and comment. I'd love to hear about your experiences and what you liked about it and all that. So thanks so much for watching.